just share this on my social media. Right guys, what's going on everyone? This is your boy the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe and bell notification buttons, as all your support really helps us Legally Blind YouTuber to remain motivated to continue making a variety of different type of videos on this channel, and through the YouTube algorithm will really help this channel grow. Thank you all so very much for helping me reach over 600 subscribers. Really means a lot. Let's keep the momentum going, and you know, one milestone down, on to the next milestone. Right, so first of all, happy Father's Day to everyone. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Whoever, is observing Father's Day, I hope you have a wonderful time with your families and whatnot. Right. Let's see what I got. I don't know, whenever I hear turntable, I don't know why, like DJ Khaled, it comes to mind, a DJ turntable. There we go. All right. In terms of actual, discussing something, don't have much to discuss today on the Resident Evil front, because I think if I have to make a video about what I want to see in a Code Veronica remake, and like a small part of me wants Capcom to avoid that game. Like don't remake Code Veronica. Let it remain exclusive to the original timeline, and replace Code Veronica with something else. And by the way, people, I realized towards the end of my final stream, there was an issue with my with the broadcast. I really don't know what to do about it, because I'm broadcasting through my PS4, so I don't think there's much I can do. like other than like, you know, restart the stream again. But if there is something else I can do, please do let me know in the comment section below or in the live chat as we are live. Oh, now I remember. Okay, now I wanted to do this, and guys, let me know in the chat or in the comment section below, right? I wanna, like, you know, kind of do a playthrough, because, like, guys, if you didn't know, like, at one point I used to be a huge wrestling fan, and I still think that the broken Matt Hardy gimmick is perhaps the greatest gimmick in pro wrestling, like, in terms of an entertainment value, not in terms of actually, like, you know, progressing much in wrestling. It's just that it is, like, the creative scope of it is unbelievable. Like, you know, you can, like, basically anything can happen in the broken universe. Okay, it, like, logic doesn't make sense, so anything can happen in the broken universe. So just purely from an entertainment of value, it is one of the most, at least I feel it is the most unique gimmick in pro wrestling. So I wanted to like, or I was thinking of doing a playthrough of Code Veronica, or, you know, one of these games, channeling my inner broken Matt Hardy. Guys, let me know what you think in the chat or in the comment section below.
Long time no see, Chris.
Wesker? He's still alive? What are you doing here?
I came
What you
for
doing
Alexia.
Who?
An organization hired me to capture her.
Wait, you attacked the island. And my sister.
Okay. Wesker never attacks Claire in the Dreamcast version.
You have no idea how much I hate you.
In fact,
You
Wesker
destroyed
and
my
Claire
plans.
never meet
So now I've
in
sold my soul to
in the
a new
Dreamcast
organ.
version. Okay, the reason I'm buzzing around is because there is assault rifle ammo here. I want that assault rifle ammo. No, it's upstairs. Finally. Okay, it's right next to the stairs. Stupid head direction. Ah, there might be something on top there. Let me check. Wait, there's not? Not now. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? I think I just saw a comment or something. Hold on. I'm just also having a cup of coffee while we're at it. Right. It's one of the things in the summers because I still use the campus, the university campus gym, and in the summer they are closed on weekends. Okay, because last time I came here, it wasn't screaming. There's a zombie that came out that door over there and just like killed me. Okay. Come here. Come where I can see you. Come into the light. That's it, you don't want to go. Come on. No, 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 no. Okay. Damn it, this stupid. Listen, I'm so happy in a way that they are moving away from these zombies in this stereotypical zombies in Resident Evil 9. What is this? Acid rounds. Okay, I got 2 spots. Bro, what the hell, man? What the hell? What the hell, man? me finish this. You've got to be kidding me. Where is that stupid assault rifle? It's on the ground.
Just wanna stop by and say have a good stream, bud.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? That Manson? Or thanks for stopping by. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Happy Father's Day to you. Oh, oh, oh. Orangutans out there. Look at this. Okay, now I'm aiming there. Bullet sponge, man. Bullet sponge. Okay. feeling that ought to be something.
Hey bro, congrats on breaking 600 subs.
Oh, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Couldn't have done it with all your people's support, buddy. You should have hit that like button if you're joining the stream for the first time. If you're just watching the stream, wait. Huh? Okay, there has to be a way to get them. Okay. I think this is the point where I need to save. And I was making this comment on a stream earlier. Okay, listen. The self-destruct system was going on, right? Okay, and like when they eventually remake Code Veronica, you know, or if they remake Code Veronica, hopefully they don't, like, listen, you see a chair right here? Okay, I'm even with my visual impairment, I can see this chair over here. If Claire simply sat down on this chair and then maybe, like, you know, I think there's a chair here. Okay, and Steve pulled up another chair and sat next to Claire, and they're talking about, you know, movies and stuff. Okay, and the self-destruct system went on. Okay, nothing would have happened to them. What type of self-destruct system is this? Like, 90% of your facility is still active, is still operational. 90% of your facility, like, listen, according to the lore of Resident Evil, okay, like there were like three people who formed Umbrella, okay, and
LOL, yeah, defeats the purpose of destruction in the first place.
Yeah, there are three people who formed Umbrella, right? Spencer, what you call it? Edward Ashford and Marcus or something. Okay, yeah, and apparently the two of them, they kicked out Spencer. Sorry, they kicked out what you call it? Edward Alexander. I'm like, look, they can't even get a self-destruct sequence right. Okay, why will you keep someone who's so incompetent? He can't even plant enough explosives at the right places to make sure there's maximum destruction, and, like, you know, all your data won't be lost. Like, listen, this after the self-destruct system, Wesker like uses drones to, like, you know, like hunt down Chris, you know, releasing those you know, skinned orangutans who think that Chris is some type of a walking banana or something. And no, and actually a lot more of this facility becomes accessible to you Like this part was not accessible to you before the self-destruct sequence. I'm like, are you sure it was self-destruct sequence or it was just a like, you know, construction dynamite just used to blow up rubble?
You'd think the place would be leveled at least.
Yeah. Okay, and see, at least see, like, you know, there was a, like, you know, super disappointment with Alfred and Alexia. Okay, no, look at it this way. This facility was in charge of Alfred, or sorry, under the care of Alfred, and the Antarctica facility was in the care of Alexia and everyone else. Okay, so this facility, Alfred couldn't even do the self-destruct sequence right. Okay, at least in the Antarctica facility, once the Harrier flew away, check the cutscene. You saw a massive explosion that, you know, that tells you the whole place is blown up, and you wonder why Alexia is so disappointed with Alfred. Jeez, he can't even set a bomb right. I'm like, wait, this is your family of super geniuses that's supposed to take over the world? Anyways, hopefully everyone's having a very good Father's Day. Hold on. I have some acid rounds. And if I remember my Resident Evil 2 correctly, acid rounds are the strongest version of what you call it? Strongest version of the grenade launcher ammo. Okay, broken ammo. Let's mix up the medicine.
Grenade launcher shot.
Yeah, the grenade launcher is a flare. Okay. Ooh! Forgot. Assault rifle. I'm gonna keep the assault rifle for later. And since I already saved now.
I love the GUI and menu perusal noises.
Hold on, let me read that comment back. Oh hey, Jason Soul, welcome to the stream. I love the OG UI and yeah, I mean I actually love the one from Resident Evil 3. And by the way, Jason, please, if you haven't already, please do hit that like, subscribe button as well. Okay, I love the one from Resident Evil 3 because it sounds more crisp. It sounds more like, you know, for some reason, modern is the, like, it sounds less, like, or it sounds more slick, if you will. Here's the thing, I'm gonna need the shotgun, so I have to take the long way around. Because oh my god, I tried killing those orangutans with an assault rifle last time. Like once the hunters corner you, it won't let you even get one shot in. I'm like, yo, man. It's like those, like, you know, you have those 10 punches in the corner in pro wrestling. Yeah. The whole point of that is to basically a crowd sing along. Okay. Why does my intuition tell me there's something supposed to be here or whatever? Wait a minute, I'm doing this wrong. Saved at that point, so. Am I in danger? Oh shit.
Now that's how you fire efficiently.
Is that it? Okay, come on. Hunters, I think I'm ready for you. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Wait, can I open this door? Oh, no. Alright, come on, Boston Richie. Let's see what you got. Oh, empty room. Good. Wait, I opened this with Claire. Yeah, I got an achievement. Okay. Now, what does my brand new handgun do? Does it go into Steve mode and generate ammo every time there's a cutscene? Okay, let's have a look.
Never played Code Veronica. Where are the characters and what is the general story?
Hold on. Hey, where's my handgun? What the hell? Where's my handgun? Wait. Oh, here, enhanced handgun. Okay, Code Veron. Okay, which Resident Evil did you play? Because I have to put this in perspective. How is it classified? Okay, it just becomes stronger, I guess. Okay, did you play the original Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2? Okay, so basically in Resident Evil 1 there's this big biohazard
okay,
that
so
takes...
I'm 2 years old. My oldest and favorite is Resident Evil 4, and I played others such as Re5 and a bit of Re3 I played Sever.
Hold on, let me read that comment. Okay, let's start with Resident Evil 1 remake, okay? Because that's pretty, like, you know, it's pretty consistent with the canon actually. Okay, so Resident Evil 1, what happens? This guy Chris, Jill, Barry, Wesker, and Rebecca go into this mansion, and they find out that it's run by Umbrella, filled with zombies, bioweapons research, and all that. Okay, and then like Wesker betrays them, and like there's a tyrant or something. Yeah, there's a big gorilla monster called Tyrant, and they end up escaping where Barry drops a rocket launcher for them to use against the Gorilla Man, and basically okay, and basically that's what happens. Chris escaped, Jill escaped. Well, everyone except Wesker escapes. Okay, Resident Evil 2. Now this happened in July. Okay, so for 3 months in Resident Evil 2, no, sorry, not for 3 months. For 2 months, in starting. I don't like being legally blind. Okay, so Resident Evil. So for 2 months, Chris and Jill, everyone, they try to convince everyone within the Raccoon City Police Department that there's something going on and whatnot. But eventually they fail, and the original team that Chris was part of, called Stars, it gets disbanded. Okay, and Chris goes off to Europe. However, Chris has a younger sister called Claire, and Chris does not tell Claire any of this, basically. So according to the Japanese strategy guide, Chris has been essentially absent, with seeing Claire for since July. Okay, so in September, hold on. Let me
So that's why she finds Leon at the RPD.
Yeah. Okay, so in September, Claire goes to Raccoon City to basically find Chris because, wait. I have to mix it up. Literally mix up the chemicals or medicine. Okay, so Claire goes to find Chris in Raccoon City, but only finds a biohazard. Okay. Okay, and then coincidentally, Leon ends up going to Raccoon City as well, because his first day was traffic police, the type of police everyone hates. So blue and red, bowgun, another red, flame rounds. Okay, I can manage to save one here. Okay, but however, Claire does not find Chris. Only finds Chris's diary, saying that Claire went to Europe somewhere. Oh, sorry, saying that Chris went to Europe. Now, where in Europe? This Chris does not mention. Okay, so basically, Claire meets up with Sherry, and now Claire has to get out of there. Okay, get out of Raccoon City. So Claire has been looking for 3 months, and finally goes to Paris to look for Chris. However, Claire. Chris is not in Paris, and Claire gets captured. Okay. Okay, so once Claire gets captured, after 10 days, she gets taken to an umbrella detention facility in the southern hemisphere. Now, I deduce that this facility is somewhere near South America. Okay, in the Pacific part of South America. Oh, okay. No, actually, it's a good thing I saved there. It's a very good thing I saved there. Now I have to go back to the mansion. Okay, so and in this island, she came across someone. Okay, and in this Pacific island, she came across someone called Steve. She essentially, because this game's story took a lot of inspiration from Titanic, at least in terms of the character development part. So basically, your Leonardo DiCaprio stand-in. Okay, I mean, to the point where the original version of this game actually had Steve look a lot like Leonardo DiCaprio. And look. If you remember the Resident Evil 2 original, right? Claire's hair was brown, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't black. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, I mean, listen, Resident Evil 1, if you played the game, it felt more like a survival horror mixed in with an investigation. Resident Evil 2 is where they decided to go a bit more Hollywood, and that's where you saw the very awkward love angle. Okay, it is what it is. Hey, okay, it is what it is. So yeah, so in Resident Evil 2, Claire's hair was, I think it was brown. In Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Claire's hair is red, just like Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet hair in Titanic. Okay, in Titanic, one of the characters was 17 years old. Okay, yeah, and just like Titanic, in this game, one of the characters, like I said, they can't go too much like Titanic, or otherwise, you know, they're gonna get called out immediately. Steve is 17 years old. Monkey Man, don't. Okay. So, okay, so anyways, like Claire's taken to this island, okay, and suddenly, you know, thunderous explosions rock the island, and one lone person comes and saves Claire. Not saves Claire, her jailer basically, you know, basically lets her go. Just opens the door and sits down on a couch or on a chair. Okay, and then Claire cries, "Oh hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Turn out! Abort! Okay. Okay, so and then Claire tries to make his escape and comes across someone called Steve, and basically, like Steve is also trying to escape, but is distrustful of Claire. So, just like Titanic, the the male and the female are there's tension between them. There's like friction between them. They're they kind of don't like each other or something like that. Okay. Now Steve actually finds the computer, browses through the computer and basically finds the name. Okay, yeah, by the way, they introduce themselves like Claire only knows that his name is Steve, not Steve Burnside. Okay. Okay, but Claire says her name is Claire Redfield. The surname is important. Okay, because wasn't there a box? Yeah, there was an item box here. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Because Steve comes across a computer that has a name.
So he recognized her then?
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Let me read that. He recognized her. No, he didn't recognize her. He just said that okay, there's a person with a similar surname, Redfield, and like just like a regular, just like a normal human being. Steve asked like, is this Chris Redfield your relative or something? And Claire's like, oh, that's my brother. And Steve like, well, your brother is under surveillance by Umbrella. So Claire proceeds to send Chris the. You know what? I'm gonna arm myself a bit more right now. Okay, whatever. Claire proceeds to send Leon this message. Claire proceeds to send Leon this message that her brother is being monitored. This is why I don't like the monkey people. They don't let me attack. Okay. Okay, there's another save point over there. Okay. So oh yeah. Run. Whatever, just die. Okay, so basically what happens is Steve then says that, well, that file actually shows the exact GPS location of this place. Why don't you send your brother the coordinates and ask him to come help? And Claire actually acknowledges that's a very good idea, and she's gonna do it. Okay, that's a very good idea and she's gonna do it. And then there's some there's some more friction between Claire and Steve, because Steve is like, well, there's no way he can get here even if he's your brother. And then basically eventually they find out that Steve has some very big family issues, because He's there because his dad used to work for Umbrella and he was trying to steal information. And he got caught. And as a result of that, Umbrella came and captured him. Umbrella killed his mother, Steve's mother, in front of him, and captured Steve and his dad, and then they basically send them to that island, which is essentially an Umbrella concentration camp, essentially. Like, you know, in the Resident Evil universe, like you know, no disrespect to any people or group intended. Okay.
How tragic.
Okay. So basically, Claire and Steve managed to come across this personality called the Ashfords. Like, you know, Alexia Ashford and Alfred Ashford, who is the son of Alexander Ashford, who is the son of Edward Ashford. You know, the guy who got kicked out of, you know, the guy who got kicked out of, you know, all this Umbrella thing because, you know, he's a dumbass or something. So after that, like, Claire and Steve think they escape, but, you know, they get kidnapped. Their vehicle gets kidnapped or hijacked and taken to an Umbrella facility in Antarctica. I am not a banana. Okay, stop chasing me like I'm a banana. Okay. Okay, so all right. So after that, Claire and Steve, they managed to also escape the Umbrella facility. Oh no, the Antarctic facility, or they think. But here's the thing: in the story, we find out that Alfred Ashford is basically he's one of two twins. Okay, and Alexia Ashford, the female. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay. Okay. So, Alexia Ashford put herself in a tube to be one with a new type of virus called the Veronica virus. Basically, it gives you psychic powers and stuff. Like, you know, control over people who whatever is infected with the Veronica virus. Okay. So the incubation period for that is 15 years. So by the time Claire and Steve were about to escape, Alexia Ashford woke up and basically recaptured Claire and Steve. Okay. In the meantime, Chris actually got this SOS sent by Leon. Basically, Leon says that, hey, Chris, your sister is in danger. Here's her location. Go save her. Okay, like, I'm too busy. Go save her. You go save her. I'm still like, you know, sad about Ada or some type of nonsense. Okay. Okay, so Chris go first because Chris's message says that she's in Rockford Island. Okay, this island. Okay, so Chris arrives at this island, and and you know that jailer who is like bleeding. Okay, well, if you see the beginning, like that the jailers come like, you know, bleeding and all that. Okay. Okay. Is bleeding and all that. Oh, not this puzzle. Hold on. Okay, and basically the jailer says that, well, there, you know, several planes took off this island, and your sister is probably in one of them. Okay, so now Chris also, wild goose chase, plot. Like, okay, like, you know, I have to go find my sister. I have to go find Claire. Like, you know, where could she be? Then all of a sudden, Wesker shows up and says that, well, I have some news for you. Claire's not here. Okay, like, you know, the Super Mario thing. Our princess is in another castle. Okay, okay, and your sister is in Antarctica along with Alexia, but it's too bad you won't be able to. You won't be joining. No, you won't be seeing her again because I'm going to kill you. And then suddenly gets distracted by Alexia, and then you know, Wesker goes and basically goes to, you know, like, you know, handle some business, and that's where we are right now. So Chris has to find a way to go to the Antarctic base to go, you know, to find her sister. Okay, so do you want me to keep going, or like, you know, because after this is basically like, you know, spoiler territory. And yeah. I kinda knew I have to stop here because this puzzle, okay, I might need to actually look it up before solving it.
Very nice ambience in this room.
All right. Anyways, I think I will have to like. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. I think I'll have to end one part of the stream here because I have to look up the solution of this puzzle. or I have to do it using my screen magnifier, which is like it. Like I said, I'm legally blind, and like, you know, that magnifier really helps, and it is not available with broadcast. When broadcast is not on, it's not available. But yeah, like, you know, the next time you see me, I will either have this puzzle solved and you'll see me immediately after, or I will have this puzzle solved and I'll play a little bit, and then you'll see me after that. All right, and and Jason, just let me know. Do you want me to tell you the rest of the story, what happens in this game, or would you rather, like, you know, have me not spoil it for you or something? I mean, because this game has been out since 25 years, so at this point it's not a spoiler.
Go ahead, my friend, let it ride.
Okay, so basically what happens is Chris goes to Antarctica, finds Claire, and but finds out that Alexia, through her superpowers, basically set up an entire means of torture, because immediately after, Chris and Claire get separated, and then Claire has to go find Steve, because, you know, Steve was also captured with her. Now, key point to note is that, wait, you know, key point to note, remember I told you in the beginning, Steve found Chris and basically told Claire his location. Essentially, Steve did in 5 minutes what Claire couldn't do in 5 months. So Steve basically completed Claire's mission for her. You know, essentially without even trying. And Steve inadvertently gave Claire this idea to send that SOS. Why not just go ahead and send that SOS to your brother and ask him to come help you? Lo and behold, had Claire not sent out that SOS, Chris would have never been here to save Claire. Never come to Rockford Island, and then never have gone to Antarctica to save Claire. So anyway, as Chris and Claire are going to search for Steve, they get separated again, thanks to a pet large tentacle worm. I don't know how to put it. Listen, if I were remaking Code Veronica, no pun intended, but I would turn that Alexia monster into a dragon. And I would also have Mick Gordon do the music. So Chris and Claire get separated, and then Alexia goes and infects what's his name, Steve, with the Veronica virus. Now Alexia, like many years ago, Alexia actually infected her father as well. Alexia and Alfred infected her father as well with the Veronica virus just to see what happened, and it failed. So Alexia has a better version of the Veronica virus and infects it with Steve, and infects Steve.
Poor Mick Gordon didn't deserve what the Doom developers did to him.
Yeah. I still need to look into that, like, what happened, because I really don't think it was a Bethesda call. I think it was an id Software call. And listen, all respect to David Levy and Andrew Holsholt, but I'm sorry, they are not close to Mick Gordon. Not even close. Because see, you have to have some idea of music and composition, okay, and basically the tone and the instrument with which, and the instruments that actually denote that tone, okay, like underscore the best use for emotional storytelling. Mick Gordon's, listen, forget Doom Eternal, look at Killer Instinct, seasons 1 and 2. Mick Gordon's unbelievable capability is telling a story using instruments, okay? Listen to the Hinamatum theme, listen to the Tiger's Lair Jago theme, listen to Polymos, listen to Village of, oh my god, Village of Whispers, I call it Anthem of Fury number 2, and the Herald of Gorgus, Anthem of Fury number 3. Okay, like, this is how I rename them. The composition, oh my god, there is, like, on an audio level, there are few things that are more energetic in this world than a Mick Gordon breakdown, a Mick Gordon heavy metal breakdown. Okay, but anyways, Chris and Claire get separated. Claire goes to find Steve. Claire finds Steve, and Claire is enclosed, or about to be, not about to be, enclosed in a small space where Steve is transformed into a monster, and Steve is basically commanded to, like, kill Claire, basically. Okay. Claire gets captured by a tentacle and gets, her, the life started to get squeezed out of her, and Steve Monster Steve has this big axe and almost brings it down onto Claire's head, but stops himself and basically in monster form says Claire's name and cuts the tentacle, instead saving Claire's life. The tentacle gets angry and hits Steve with the WCW finger poke of doom, or basically attacks Steve, and then tentacle escapes. Now Steve reverts back to his human form, or somewhat of a human form, because if you actually watch the cutscene, Steve's hair is orange and Steve's body is green. Okay, and obviously, like, since he just turned into a hulking monster, like, Steve has no clothes on. Okay, so Claire watches Steve die, okay, and basically Claire thinks Steve is dead. However, at the last moment...
What is the lore reason for monsters having moments of clarity? Is it virus specific?
Monsters having moments of clarity is basically tied to strong emotional feelings. Because by this point, Claire does not perceive it, but the gamer perceives that Steve has feelings for Claire, like, okay, in Darkside Chronicles, it is a bit more perverted, because, Steve, like, literally stares at Claire's butt, okay? In Code Veronica, it seems slightly more innocent, and that's just a relative term, okay? Because Steve never stares at Claire's butt, okay? At least, like, right when they meet, okay? Yeah, there is that attempted kiss scene, when Claire's asleep. But like I said, it seems a bit more innocent, because Steve immediately pulls away, and basically he basically hits the side of the plane, because he's in the plane, and basically with this body language that he messed up, and he does not want to mess up in front of Claire. Okay, he does not want to let Claire down, and that's another layer of storytelling, that basically Steve felt betrayed by his father. So this is what 99.9% of the people keep missing. Steve in this whole game, on a character level, is trying to prove to himself that other people can rely on him. He is not going to fail other people. He's not going to let other people down. And for that, you need someone else to be there around you. So that person happens to be Claire, and Steve starts to catch feelings for Claire. Okay, so in that moment of clarity, in that last moment, Steve and Claire hand in hand. Okay, go back to Titanic. Okay, Steve and Claire hand in hand, like Claire caressing Steve's right cheek, face cheek with her left hand. Okay, and Steve basically said, "I'm glad to have met you," and basically, like Resident Evil 2 style, confesses, like just like Ada confessed her love for Leon, Steve confessed her her love for Claire, and then basically, with her name being the last word he said, passes away. And then Claire basically, like mentally breaks down and starts crying like a little child. And eventually Chris finds Claire, and both of them escape. They fight Monster Alexia. Wesker says that he's going to do horrible things to Steve's corpse, just because Steve's body has a living sample of the Veronica virus, which actually, like, it leads people to believe, it leads me to discover that Code Veronica was intended to be part 1 of at least a 2-part series or a 3-part series. Because if you think about it, Alexia Ashford also had the samples of the Veronica virus, okay? So there are bits and pieces of her body scattered around. You can just collect those. There is Nosferatu, there is, like, Alexia's father, whose corpse is still there. That has the Veronica virus. You can capture that. But Wesker specifically goes for Steve, saying that there's a living Veronica virus. This leads me to believe that Steve wasn't dead. Steve just became unconscious. Like, his body went into stasis. Like, you've seen, like, let's say people who are drowning or something like that, right? They you pull them out, and then for a moment they don't even have a pulse. But after 30 or 45 or even a minute, up to a minute or something like that, and some people, like, even up to maybe 20-25 minutes, their body suddenly comes back to life. So my theory is that something like that happened, because the way Wesker describes this virus, it's like a regular virus that it needs a living host. But anyways, so Wesker says he's gonna extract the Veronica virus, and like eventually Claire and Chris escape. Chris has a final fight with Wesker before escaping, but they get separated by a big wall of fire, which basically leads into Resident Evil 5 for Chris. That's where Chris has that final showdown with what's his name, Wesker. And this is why, like, if you played Resident Evil 5, Chris mentions to Sheva that we met after the Spencer Mansion. We met again on Rockford Island. So this is that incident. This is that Rockford Island incident. Okay, so that's the basic story of Resident Evil Code Veronica. Now, on a...
Do you think Wesker actually dies in 5?
He better have. Listen, man. Listen, man. Okay, I did not play Tekken 8, so please do not spoil anything for me. But, listen, man. Wesker is not Heihachi Mishima. Okay, people thought Heihachi Mishima died in end of Tekken 1 when he got thrown off a mountain. People thought Heihachi Mishima died in the beginning of Tekken 5 when a bunch of Jack 4 units or Jack 5 units set a self-destruct sequence, to basically blow up the entire facility, the Honmaru facility. He finally died, or hopefully he died in Tekken 7. Okay, by the way, Tekken 7, the story was executed beautifully. Okay, so Wesker is not Heihachi Mishima. So I hope he doesn't die. I hope Wesker doesn't return. But like I said, I have this like, if you're a pro wrestling fan, I have this idea of, like, you know, doing the entire, like, doing a live stream, you know, tap into my inner broken Matt Hardy. So basically, the broken Matt Hardy gimmick is basically anything is possible. Like, logic does not have to make sense. Like, it's like that Simpsons clip. Like, you know, when I think like Xena Warrior Princess was at a conference, and Xena Warrior said that, listen, if there's anything that didn't make sense, a wizard did it. Something along those lines, but you know, it's much more funnier. Okay, so anyways, guys, I'll catch you in the next stream. Please do hit that like, subscribe, bell notification buttons if you're watching this as a VOD. And thank you all, Jason and everyone else, for joining. I'll catch you next time.